Okay, I'm recording now. I'm doing my best to figure this out. Hopefully, this is going live, I think. And it's not just recording, it's streaming. Let me see. Hold on, I just got a note on my. Okay, awesome. I just got a note saying that I'm live. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, this is not going to be that long. I'm experimenting with some new software and stuff, and somebody would come over here blasting their music right when I'm getting ready to do this stuff, but whatever. All right. So yeah, let me just do this. I'm experimenting. I'm probably going to be on for about maybe 30 minutes, give or take, because I have to eat. I have to eat, but I am doing a tarot energy reading. And if you're watching this live, because I'm streaming to YouTube and I'm streaming to Facebook right now. If you're watching this live, just know I'm experimenting as I'm doing the reading. But I first need to check something right quick.
Thank you for tuning in to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast, a no judgment zone podcast that covers lifestyle, entertainment, news, and sports. Even though KC doesn't watch sports, but these are minor details. By the way, he reads tarot cards too. Yes, I really mean it. He reads tarot cards too. And now, the host you've tuned in for, KC Phoenix.
All right, excellent. Had to go ahead and play that. I checked on the Facebook side, it's streaming live right now. I checked on the YouTube side, it's streaming live right now. Um, what else was I about to say? Also, I'm not really paying attention to the chat that much. So if anybody says anything, I may half see it. As I said before, this is more or less for a reading for the collective, and also I'm running a test, is what I'm doing for right now. Let me go ahead and get this out the way, and let me say what I always say to my podcast listeners, because obviously the audio will be uploaded to the podcast, which for those who listen, you already know I have more traction on my podcast than I do with the videos. But kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. As for this reading for the collective, I had to write this down. My little chicken scratch right here. I had to write all of this down because I started doing the pre-shuffle, because that's how I pick up the energy. And sometimes I pick up energy before, like maybe if it's something involving dreams or premonitions or things like that, I'll have that. But for the most part, usually I pick up the energy in the pre-shuffle. The biggest thing that I picked up in the pre-shuffle is that, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If this is not your story, don't try to make it fit. The biggest thing I picked up was, for some people, they are in a situation and they're attempting to temper the situation. They're attempting to balance out the situation. And it's almost like, one energy that I was picking up is that it's almost as if someone has something to prove. It's where, and not saying that this is the case, it could be a marriage or something else, but in a marriage where somebody goes into a marriage and they really feel that, oh, I want this marriage to work. I really want this marriage to work. And things go left, because obviously everything, marriage included, has a honeymoon period. And things start to go left, and you're not seeing where a situation is getting better. It just seems like it's getting worse. Or you're not seeing any type of progression in whatever relationship this is. It doesn't necessarily have to be a marriage. It could be a friendship, could be family situation, could be a work job situation. It could be any of those things. But the energy that I was picking up is that someone is determined to make this work. Like they have something to prove. It could have been a thing where someone went into a marriage and the family didn't like the person. And they decided to go into this marriage or relationship, and family didn't like them, but you're like, well, I want to prove my family wrong. It could have been a thing of, oh, I want to take this job. A friend or a family member told you not to take the job. You took it anyway, didn't turn out the way you wanted it to. Now you kind of want to quit. Somebody's honking their horn. Oh, joy. This is live recording. Someone's honking their horn. But anyways, and you want to leave the job, but then you can't leave the job because you feel like there's something that you have to prove because you don't want them to be right. It could be another situation where you decided to befriend someone and other people told you that, hey, you may not want to hang out with that person. You may not want to deal with that person. You decide to do it anyway. Things aren't going that well with that friendship. You don't want to tell anyone, and you don't want to separate yourself from the individual because you feel like you have something to prove. That's the energy I'm picking up. Like you feel like you have something to prove. Also, something else that I picked up too when I was doing the pre-shuffle and checking the energy was that there were a lot of headaches. Like there was stress in the temple area too. So some of you might be dealing with stress in the temple area as well. Also IBS, irritable bowel syndrome. I know that's TMI, but that was some of the energy that I was picking up where the situation has you so thrown off that your body just, you either get nervous or you get anxious dealing with that person, or these individuals are being in a certain environment and it makes you feel like you have to go to the bathroom type thing. So that energy was coming up. Another energy that was coming up too is that you feel like if you left the energy, and again, could be a family relationship, could be a friendship, could be a job, whatever. You feel like if you left the energy, you would feel like a failure. So that's the other energy that I was picking up. So I'm trying to see what else, because I wrote down something else. Also, another thing is your intuition is telling you that you need to leave the situation. And something told me while I was doing the pre-shuffle and everything else, listen to your intuition. If your intuition is telling you something, let your intuition guide you. Because other energy that I was picking up was that there's a rainbow on the other side too. It's just a point of you being willing to remove yourself from whatever the situation is. In addition to that, something just said to me, you don't have to be right. Even if you know that something, if someone did you wrong, or if you got into an argument with someone and you know you're in the right, but they're not getting your point, or a group of people aren't getting your point, family, they're not getting your point, but you feel like, okay, I need to make this point. I know I'm right. Something is telling me, energy-wise, that you don't have to prove you're right. You knowing you're right is enough. You separating yourself from the situation is enough. So you don't have to feel like, oh, this isn't going to end until I've made it clear that I'm right, that my case is solid, that I made my point in all of this other stuff. You don't have anything to prove at all. You don't have to let people know that you're right or get them to sway to your side or to temper the situation. You know, there was something I did on my podcast. I'm trying to think the name of the episode. I'm pretty sure the name of the episode, it was a daily thought or whatever. It's like not everything has to be fixed. Some things need to remain broken. They're broken for a reason. Go for my longtime listeners on my podcast, you've already listened to it. If you're new to the Keeping It Real with KC show and you haven't listened to my daily thoughts and all this other stuff, because I cover a lot of things on my show, not just tarot card energy readings. But go to my episode. And again, on any platform, my podcast is literally on over 36 platforms. iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify, Google, Apple, you name it, it's on there. You can find it. And there's an episode called Not Everything Needs to Be Fixed. Some things need to stay broken. Something is broken for a reason sometimes. Because the thing that the universe is attempting to carry you off to is a better situation. You don't have to stay in a situation with something that's broken that you're attempting to refurbish. It's almost like, let me put it like this. Let's say your iPhone breaks and you're like, you know what? I'm not going to get a new iPhone. I don't want a new iPhone. Just using this as an example. Let me just send it to the repair shop. I'll pay $100, even though it probably costs more than that, but whatever. And they'll refurbish it. We'll be good to go. It'll keep going. When there may be a way for you to get a brand new iPhone at close to what you paid to refurbish it. You're investing all of this energy into something that you're attempting to refurbish when you can move on to something new and better that will help uplift you and works for you. So, and I'm not saying that new is always great, because not everything that glitters is gold. What I am saying is that you need to know when to let something go. And there's only but so much we can do as human beings. And you just have to know when to bow out gracefully. So I'm about to pull some cards. Now that I've said all that, I'm about to pull some cards and see where we're at. Over here. I have to turn this way because my desk is to the side and my laptop's in front of me. So as I'm turning to the side, too. So yeah, and see, 7 of Wands already. And 7 of Wands is fire energy. Some of you feel like you need to stand your ground because it's something, there's a lot of pride is what I'm picking up in this, where you're going to have to step out of your ego. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. You're going to have to step out of your ego. 7 of Wands, fire energy. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You could be an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius, or you could be dealing with an Aries, a Leo, or a Sagittarius. And you're on the high ground and you're in the right. But sometimes you just need to walk away and just let it go. Thank you. What card is this? King of Wands. Some of you might be dealing with a Leo, an Aries, or a Sagittarius. This is fire energy as well. Something just said to me that this particular person, also with King of Wands, it could be an authority figure. So this could be on the job. It could be a father figure. Could be relationship or whatever. But it's someone who likes to take charge. If it's dealing with romance, it could be someone who they're very good at. let me say it like this. Not only are they good at pushing your buttons on a passionate level when it comes to physical and stuff like that, they're good at pushing your buttons, period. Like they know the exact thing to say. Whoever's in this energy could be a male, could be a female in King of Wands energy. But this person knows the exact thing to say to set you off. They know how to get under your skin. They know what turns you on. They know what turns you off. They know how to get a rise out of you, is what they know. If you're dealing with someone in King of Wands energy. 2. May I have some more cards, please? Woo! Wow. Okay. You have a message coming in. This is another confirmation. 2. This is Page of Swords. Page of Swords is air energy. For some of you, someone might be spying on you, because it can be spying. That's one thing it's known for. But the reason I say there may be a message coming in is because when I was doing the pre-shuffle working with one of the other decks earlier, the message card came out. So a message may be coming in from that person. This could be a situation. This is 4 of Cups. Some of you may not even be speaking to the person right now. Whatever type of relationship this is. And 4 of Cups is water energy. Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Back to the Swords. Swords is air energy. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But some of you may not even be speaking to the person right now because they already said something to irritate you. Is what they did. But you still don't want to let the person go. 2 other cards that fell out. Yeah, Devil energy. The Devil card came out. And the Ace of Swords. There was some type of communication that set you off. Either you set them off or they set you off. Based off of the pre-shuffle, I feel they set you off. Devil energy. Devil major arcana is Capricorn. Some of you could be dealing with the Capricorn or somebody that has Capricorn in their chart. But I feel like there was some type of new communication that came in that set you off. Something just said to me that some of you, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and also this is a no judgment zone. I don't judge anyone. All I do, I'm just a person sitting here reading the energy and the tarot cards. That's all I can do. Something just said to me, going back to the spying thing, that some of you went and looked in someone's stuff, whether it was their phone or their email or their whatever, and you found out about some communication. Ace of Swords, Devil energy, and that's one of the things that set you off. For some of you. Others of you, you received a message, because going back to this Page of Wands where a message came in, and that's what set you off. Where you weren't looking for the message, it just so happens that the message came to you. Is what I'm picking up. After the message came to you, for those this is resonating with, 4 of Cups, you started ignoring them. Because that message, whatever they said in that message, set you off. For others of you, you found out through spying, I'm not judging if that applies to you, and then after you found out what was going on, what was said, and again, this doesn't necessarily have to be in a romantic, I don't like that word, but romantic relationship. This could also be at the job, where you found out some information where you started spying and found out someone was talking about you on the job. That could have been it too. Some type of communication that came in, regardless, set you off. This is dealing with communication. Something came out. And honestly, I'm not surprised because we just had a new moon in Scorpio not too long ago. We had actually, I think it was a week ago. The new moon in Scorpio was on the 4th, if I'm not mistaken. And Scorpio can be about secrets too. So I'm just throwing that out there. So I honestly feel like with this communication that came in, or that was found out, now someone's upset, but they still feel like they have to make a point, is what I'm picking up. Let me see. What else is going on? May I have some more cards, please? Wow. You have 6 of Cups. This is someone that you've dealt with for a while. 10 of Cups is coming out again. For some of you, you thought that this person was being true to you, but they weren't. Is what was going on. Also, I have Queen of Pentacles as well. That might be a third party person that could have been in the mix. Pentacles is Earth energy, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. For some of you, you may have already left, is what could be going on. If you have, kudos to you. And you could embody that energy. I don't know why. Something just said to me that for some of you, if you were staying with someone, you didn't leave, you made them leave. You made them stay at a hotel. Like you made them book the hotel and stuff. Let me see what else is going on. Anything else that the collective needs to know? Let's see. And we have Queen of Cups energy. Right here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. So we have two queens on the board. We have a king and two queens. So we have a water sign, an earth sign, and a fire sign. So if you're a water sign, you may be dealing with a King of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They may have also been dealing, which might have been the information you found out, but again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. They may have also been dealing with an earth sign, a Capricorn, a Virgo, or a Taurus. Might have been a Capricorn because don't forget the Devil card came out earlier with the Ace of Swords. So for some of you, you may have found out that the person who's in King of Wands energy was dealing with the Capricorn. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. This could also be a situation, like I said, I can take it back to work too, where you have a boss and we have two queens, Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles, where the boss, King of Wands energy, is attempting to play the two people off of each other who are in the Queen of Cups and Queen of Pentacles energy. It could also be that too that's going on. Regardless, whatever the relationship is, this is something that you've been in for a while. This isn't something that happened overnight or that's like a week old. If you're in a week old relationship, this definitely does not apply to you. This isn't your energy. This is someone else's energy. But as I said before, there are some people who are just flat out ignoring it, just blocking it out now that the new information has come out. Let me see if there's any other cards right quick. But like I said before, not every battle is worth fighting. That's the biggest message. Thank you. Not every battle is worth fighting. Seven of Swords. There's some type of deception going on here. So yeah. As a matter of fact, something said to me with the Page of Swords, Ace of Swords, Seven of Swords. Some of you might have had sleepless nights over this after you found out whatever information it was by message. Also because Ace of Swords is here with the Page of Swords. I feel like it might have been some type of electronic communication. I don't know why I feel like someone was going through someone's phone. I don't know why. That's just the energy I'm picking up. Could have been email, could have been text, whatever, but I feel like this was phone related. But with these three sword cards here, I honestly feel like this was some devastating information, is what it was. Also, if you notice with this Queen of Cups, she's pregnant too. There might be a pregnancy involved. Hell, that might be the thing that was found out, that someone got someone else pregnant too. Especially with that in the Six of Cups and the Ten of Cups here. So, or either you're pregnant, if you're a female, and you found out that the person who you're pregnant by is was cheating on you or is cheating on you through this information, which is why you may not want to be bothered with this person. But one thing that I do know is that I have 10 of cups twice here with 4 of cups, 6 of cups, plus 10 of cups, where not only did you think this person was your ride or die, you've given this person more than one chance, is what you've done. You've tried to give them a new start over and over and over again. As a matter of fact, something just said to me with the pregnancy thing, for those this is resonating with, if you are pregnant, once you found out you were pregnant, you were more than likely on the outs at the time, and then there was a discussion had, and that's when you decided to give it a new start again. One reason that your relationship had a new start again was because of the pregnancy. Had it not been for the pregnancy, you wouldn't have gave it another chance. This might be why I'm picking up this crazy energy during the pre-shuffle of whoever feels like they need to make it work. Obviously, what I'm talking about is not going to resonate with every single person or every single woman on the planet. Clearly not. And even with the men. But I know I'm picking up someone's energy or some people's energy with this situation. And I know there's a child involved. I know there was a second chance given, really more than a second chance, because 6 of Cups is here. And I know the second chance was more than likely given because it's related to the baby. I know that the individual in King of Wands energy, and it doesn't have to be a fire sign, could be any of the signs, but they're in King of Wands energy where they got you pregnant and they still decided to seek others. Queen of Pentacles, another earth sign. Like I said, I honestly believe that the other person that they're dealing with is a Capricorn. Doesn't have to be, but that's kind of what's in the cards, is what I'm picking up. So yeah, and because you are pregnant or have already had the child, you're trying to stay in the relationship. You're trying to make it work because you feel you have something to prove. Going back to what I said earlier, where family said something to you about this person. Maybe this person has a reputation. Don't forget, King of Wands has the biggest wand out of all the kings. King of Wands gets around. King of Wands is successful. But King of Wands can be a little bit extra when it comes to settling down. It takes a lot to tame a King of Wands. So keep that in mind. And family or friends try to warn you about this person who's in King of Wands energy, but you didn't listen. And now that you're with the King of Wands, now that you're pregnant by this person in King of Wands energy, you're kind of like, I have to make this work. I got to make it work for the kids. I got to make it work because if I leave them, you know, my family's going to say, see, we tried to tell you he wasn't worth anything. Or my friends are going to say, we tried to tell you he wasn't worth anything, is what I'm picking up. For others of you, going back to the job thing, where someone is in King of Wands energy, your job is like your baby. It's almost like I've invested so much in this job. I've invested time. I've invested money. I've invested energy in this job. It's like my child. I don't see myself being without my child. And this person in King of Wands energy is, even though it didn't come out reversed, I'm still picking up that there's some type of manipulation that goes on from time to time on the job, maybe with the boss. And going back to the thing of pressing buttons, where they know how to press your buttons to give you certain work to do. Also, with this Page of Swords here as well, you see how he has this whip as well? That's another thing that's coming to me, where it's like pages, they give messages, they receive messages, they kind of do the grunt work And I honestly feel like for some of you in a bad job situation, that this person in this King of Wands energy has been giving you grunt work to do. Also, something just said to me that one of the reasons, and again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Something just said to me, one of the reasons that you have been receiving the grunt work, or this person, your boss in this King of Wands energy, has acted kind of funny with you, is because of a misunderstanding due to communication. There was a misunderstanding. Going back to the Devil card and the Ace of Wands, going back to that, I feel like there was a misunderstanding in communication, which is why they've been acting kind of funny around you. Something is saying to me that, especially with the Six of Cups here, for some of you with the boss, where things were okay at first, and I'm not even going to say okay at first as in for a short period of time. I honestly feel like things were okay for a while, and then all of a sudden it's like they snapped. Like you, it's almost like you left work, you clocked out one day, and then you walk in the next day, and then it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers. You're like, who is this person? This isn't the person that I've worked with for 4 years, 5 years, or whatever. Something may have snapped. Also, something just said to me as well that if it isn't communication, they may be going through something themselves at home where something happened to them. Let me see what else I'm checking here. For some of you, one of the reasons, and again, you probably wouldn't know this, but one of the reasons this just came to me is that one of their relatives may be in prison. That's another thing. But they haven't told anybody. And that's with the boss. One of their relatives may be in prison and they haven't told anyone. They've been keeping it to themselves, but it's changed their attitude, is what it's done. They received the message that there was some type of imprisonment going on. For others, there may have been something that happened in their life where they put themselves in their own prison, where they're shutting themselves off. Again, you left one day from the job and everything, your boss was fine, everything was hunky-dory, and then the next day you come in, it's like, who is this person? I don't know you. And it's like they're cold, is what I'm picking up. And it's interesting I'm saying they're cold because with this Ace of Swords, this person's skiing and stuff. Maybe there was some type of accident as well. They received news about some type of accident. In that accident, they don't have the emotional bandwidth to deal with all of the stuff that's being thrown at them due to an accident that has happened to a close friend or family member in their personal life. So they're acting differently at work. That could be going on too. Something else just said to me as well, someone might have had a miscarriage. That could have been going on too. Don't forget, a boss, King of Wands, it can be a female in King of Wands energy. Your boss could have had a miscarriage and she didn't tell you anything about it. She didn't tell anyone anything about it. And she's been kind of funny ever since. Not the same person that you know. That could also be going on. Also, something just said to me, especially with this Queen of Pentacles energy, that there may have been a promotion on the job and someone was left salty about it. The person who was promoted could have been an earth sign, Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. And either your boss was left salty about it, where this person leapfrogged over your boss, or either you were left salty about it because this person leapfrogged over you and you have been at the company longer than them. There could be some of that going on too on the job. for others of you, going back to the information, I feel like there's some family stuff going on here where your family kept something hidden from you. Could have been a father, could have been an uncle. I would say, actually, no, I'm not picking up a brother. I honestly feel like your brother, if you have a brother, they brought you the information. That's what I'm picking up. I'm picking up that I'm not going to say you're not the, how can I say, okay, universe, I need some help here. I'm not saying that you're the only one who didn't know. I'm not saying that. What I am saying is some information was brought to you by your brother, and you felt like you were the only one who didn't know. And also the reason that the information was brought to you was because they felt guilty by keeping you out of whatever was going on from the situation, where the person who's in King of Wands energy wanted to keep the situation secret. But your sibling decided that they wanted to tell you, you really need to know this, whatever piece of information it is. And again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And it was something that whoever is in that King of Wands energy is ashamed of. This is devil energy. Devil energy can be about insecurity. It can be about addiction, sex, drugs, alcohol, whatever. It was something that they were ashamed of, and they wanted to keep you in the dark about it. Especially, and the reason I'm saying this is because I'm seeing this Seven of Swords and this Ace of Swords. And you see how dark this tunnel is right here? And Seven of Swords can be about deception and keeping secrets. Ace of Swords is about new as well. 1 plus 7 is 8. 8 of Swords is about self-imprisonment or either being in a prison. And this is dealing with, and swords deal with communication and thoughts. And the person who was in the King of Wands energy, the authority figure, was like, no, I'm not telling them about that due to their insecurity. They didn't want you to know. But Page of Swords, your brother, whoever it is, if you have a brother, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Your brother took it upon him or herself, upon himself, to bring you the information. They wanted to bring you the information. They're like, because pages bring information, they bring messages. They're like, no, you need to know about this. But Page of Swords, so that's 1 plus 7 is 8, plus another 1 is 9. 9 of Swords, the reason that your sibling brought the information to you about whatever the authority figure, whether it was your father in King of Wands energy, your mother in King of Wands energy, or your uncle or your aunt, somebody more than likely older than you, because your brother was having sleepless nights about this. They were feeling guilty that you didn't have the information, is what was going on. So yeah. And see, I'm already at 7:45. I did not even mean for it. See, these things always end up going longer than I mean for them to go. Okay, let me go ahead. I'm going to take some cards from the clarification deck. But I honestly feel, regardless of what your situation is someone who has been in your orbit for a while. Because 6 of Cups has come up in the clarification deck. 6 of Pentacles, 6 of Cups, all that stuff has been coming up. Clarification deck and the main deck. So it's someone that you've been dealing with for a while, is what I'm picking up, regardless of what the situation is. Can we have some clarification on this reading, please? What are some of the things that the collective needs to know? Besides, not every battle needs to be fought. What are some of the things the collective needs to know? May I have some cards, please? Woo! Yep. What'd I tell you? Nine of Swords came out, air energy, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. That's what I was talking about. And then Nine of Swords came out with the Three of Cups. So there is something going on for some of you behind some. That's why I told you that message came to you. For those who found out whatever secret this was, in Three of Cups, which is water energy, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, there was talking. There was something going on. Someone knew about it. That message came to you. Someone had to bring that message to you. For others of you, there is some type of celebration that puts you in Nine of Swords energy, where they're celebrating and you're hurt by it. Could be that pregnancy. Possible King of Wands got somebody else pregnant. Also, in the reverse, came out the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords in the reverse. So remember what I was telling you earlier about being in that prison. Eight of Swords, and I'm looking here. I'm trying to see. Why do I feel like there's another secret that's going to come out? I feel like there's going to be another secret coming out. I don't know why. I feel like there's going to be another secret. If there was a secret that you found out, again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. I feel like you got half the story. I don't feel like, and the reason I'm saying that is with this Nine of Swords, because the energy I'm picking up, 8 is not 9. And that's what is coming to me. 8 is not 9. 8 of Swords reverse. I feel like there is some other piece of information. They told you part of the story, and this could have been the thing, like I said, with those who have a brother. Maybe your brother told you something that was going on in the family, or another situation where you were spying on someone and you found out this information through their phone or whatever, or you found out information because someone brought you the information, the coworker on the job, family member, whatever. Whatever information came to you, what I'm picking up is that there's more. This is only part of it. This isn't the whole story. But I'm still holding to what I said before. I honestly think you just need to step away from the situation altogether. Let me see if there's anything else for the clarification. Also, some of you might be dealing with a Leo. Leo's at the bottom as well. After in Strength card. After the Strength card is the Nine of Pentacles. That's Earth energy. Being independent. Some of you are definitely walking away from the situation, as you should. Is there anything else that the collective needs to know clarification-wise? Because there's another shoe that's going to drop with information. Don't think that you know all the information, because you don't. Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Also, something just said to me, for some of you dealing with a crazy job situation, the straw that broke the camel's back is going to be what pushes you out to start your own business. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Is there anything else the collective needs to know from the clarification? Thank you. King of Cups. Some of you might be dealing with the Scorpio. For others of you, your other option might be a Scorpio. A Scorpio might be reaching out. Going back to the message thing, there may be a Scorpio that's interested in you. Also, King of Cups can be, because this is another authority figure. Someone may offer you a job that is a Scorpio, that they're in that energy. Another thing it could be is that you're in control of your emotions. King of Cups is in control. King of Cups is just cool. King of Cups is not an emotional person, even though the King of Cups is emotion. The King of Cups knows how to, out of all the kings, The King of Cups knows how to express his emotion. He knows how to hold back his emotion. And he knows how to temper others' emotions. He knows how to go with the flow, is what he knows how to do. The King of Cups is cool. He's chill. There may be someone with a laid back attitude that has an interest in you, is what it could be. Let me see. I'm going to take a few cards right quick from my other deck just to see if there's anything that needs to be known. And then I have to eat my dinner because I got some chicken. Whoop. What is that? The dog. Okay, so I guess there's something about loyalty going on. Hold on. I have to get my book on this one. Or maybe some of you have a dog. Don't tell me that there was a fight over a dog. Dear God, I hope not. Let's see. What number is that? Number 18. Let's see here. The dog. Yeah, loyalty, companionship, warm, friendship, closeness, friendly, faithfulness, trustworthy, honest, reliability. That might be that King of Cups. Or that might be what you're looking for. Is someone who doesn't act like the other version of a dog. I honestly feel like that King of Cups could be in the good dog energy, not the bad dog energy. See, is there anything else the collective needs to know? Is there anything else the collective needs to know? Woo! What is this? The Cross. 36. Let's see. Okay, the Cross. Spirituality, divinity, religion, prayers, worries, guilt, sadness, despair, karma. Karma is sticking out for me out of these words. Fate, suffering, pain, test, burden, misfortune, light and dark, yin and yang. A situation requiring faith. But the one that stood out most when I looked in the book, karma. There's going to be some karma on this. I don't know why, especially with that devil card, there's going to be some karma for this. That's another, something just said to me, I guess, okay, Yolanda Adams playing through my head right now. The battle is not yours. Take what resonates. This isn't a battle that you need to fight. Again, not every battle needs to be fought. Or not every battle is worth fighting, which is the title of this thing. And that's going back to this. And one reason that you probably won't have to fight this battle is because whatever wrong was done to you, because like I said before, out of all the words and stuff that it said related to this card, the Cross, the one that the energy picked up, that I picked up the most energy on, was karma. They're going to get their karma, is what's going to happen. And it's not going to be pretty. I'm picking up karma on this. Whatever was done in this situation, that's why you don't need to fight the battle, because they're going to get their karma. Let me see. Is there any other cards that the collective needs to know about? Whoop! 2 cards came out. Actually, no, 1 card. It says the Crossroads. Let me check that one. 22. Also, these numbers I'm calling out, as well, some of these numbers might resonate with you. 22, 18, 36. So, just keep that in mind. 22. Let me take a look. Choices, way, decision, options, journey, wandering, plans, idea, destiny, directions, alternatives, escape. That one's the one that's resonating with me. Escape, route, junction, cycle, divided, torn, plots, free will. We all have free will. The word that is resonating with me is escape. Some of you might need to plot your escape, especially if you're caught up in a messy situation like this. Something just said to me that, because for those where I mentioned the family member thing and it's resonating with you, with the family member where you found out some information, it's okay to go down a separate road. Crossroads. It's okay to go in a different direction. In a perfect world, we would all get along with our family all the time and we will all be close with our family. In a perfect world. We don't live in a perfect world. Sadly. And if you are in a family relationship, I don't know why this is just on my spirit right now, so I got to go ahead and say it. If you are in a family relationship that is toxic as hell, devil energy, where they're operating from a place of insecurity, because that's how some things come in from time to time with family, where they operate from a place of insecurity because they, first of all, some people don't want to be viewed as weak. That's with this King of Wands energy right here. King of Wands, when it comes to ego, not only does he have the biggest wand out of all the kings, the King of Wands has the biggest ego out of all the kings. Something's saying to me there's a lot of ego here. And I feel like it's on not just on your side, if this is resonating with you, but it's on their side too. The person who's in King of Wands energy, there's a lot of ego there, which leads to insecurity because they're afraid of how people will view them. Hence, with the family member, why the King of Wands was saying, no, I don't want this family member to know about this secret. But the information came out, is where it could be. Also, something just said to me as well, going back to the ego thing, with the King of Wands. Dealing with the other person, it was more of an ego trip for them. They dealt with them just to stroke their ego, among other things. That just came to me as well. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Which will more than likely be, especially the King of Wands has been on that energy where they just did what they did with another person to stroke their ego, that cross, why karma was jumping out at me, which is why not every battle is worth fighting. It's not worth you fighting the battle because karma is going to happen to that king person in that King of Wands energy. That's what's going to go on. But as for family, if there's some type of toxicity going on, you might need to, you're eventually going to be at a crossroads. You might need to go a different direction. Maybe you don't want them on your journey. Maybe you want somebody on your journey like the dog, who's loyal, who's trustworthy, who, when they see you, when they deal with you, it's like they're seeing you for the first time all over again. Maybe you want that. Instead of someone in this devil energy or someone, King of Wands, dealing with the devil, Capricorn. Doesn't have to be. And not appreciating you. Regardless, what's in the dark is going to come into the light. That's another thing that's being said to me. I honestly, the energy I'm picking up, whatever information was found out, if it's been found out. For some of you, you might be like, KC, I haven't found out anything yet. Okay, fine. This is in your story. If something happens in the future, in the near future, because I'm still on this Ace of Wands, where something is found out, I'm telling you right now, that's not going to be the only shoe to drop. You're going to find out something else. It may be something like you find out, and this is just an example. This isn't the energy I'm picking up. I'm just using an example where you find out, okay, this person was cheating on you. You find that out, but you don't know with who. You just know that the person was cheating. Then you find out it was with your sister, or it was with your best friend, or it was with, co-worker, or something like that. That's what I'm talking about, where the other shoe is going to drop. So that's what I'm saying right now. If something has already come out, especially after the new moon in Scorpio last week, expect something else to come out in the near future. Another shoe is going to drop. I feel like if someone confessed, if they confessed to you, if you're dealing with that situation, I'm going back to Eight of Swords reversed, where they're finally opening up. But also, I had the Nine of Swords. Where is it? Hold on. I had it right here. Yeah. I had Eight of Swords reversed with the Nine of Swords. What I feel like is, if they hadn't been talking to you about the situation, and then they finally like, okay, I'm gonna tell you. Whatever they tell you, they're not gonna tell you the whole story. There's gonna be more to the story. So don't be surprised if something else comes out after what they told you. And I don't know why, but I honestly feel, especially with this Three of Cups here, they will have told you part of the story, but you're going to get the rest of the story from a third party. And it's more than likely going to be by accident. Wouldn't surprise me with Three of Cups is it some type of celebration. Wouldn't surprise me, Thanksgiving is coming up. I forgot what day it is this month, because I'm not really a holiday person. Those who listen to my podcast already know this. But I think it's the next to last Thursday of this month. So what? That's next week, maybe? Possibly? I don't know. Hold on. Let me look at the calendar. Let me see. No, we can... hold on. Is it the 25th? I don't know. Whatever. It wouldn't surprise me if around Thanksgiving that information, the other half of the information, that's when you find it out. It wouldn't surprise me at all. So yeah, regardless of what information you found out or find out, not every battle is worth fighting. Karma's gonna do its thing. Sometimes it's just good to walk away. That's all I'm saying. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. kirwkc.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.